My name's Dennis Pyatt, and I live in Waterloo, Illinois. I'm 55 years old, and I had cancer 2 times. Throughout my whole life, I've followed the game of boxing. In between, I did a little arm wrestling and boxing, tough man contest, the baddest man contest, and I dabbled in the pro boxing circuit. And I got to where I'd see these guys on the World's Strongest Men contest bend things and tear phone books, and so I thought, I can do that. I would go to schools. The teachers would ask me to come in, and I tore phone books in half, and I'd bend a horseshoe into hearts, and I'd give it to little girls to hang in their room. It just made it all worthwhile, and that was my life. I was in real good shape and walked into a doctor's office and had an appendix that gave me trouble, and when they was looking at the appendix, and I had a couple stones, kidney stones, as they were looking for them, they found a mass or a tumor.
So Dennis first saw me in 2008, and he had a fairly large kidney tumor, about 3 or 4 inches in size. And the entire kidney is only about 6 or 7 inches in size tops. So it was a fairly large kidney tumor. And I was the one who told him that, look, Dennis, there's about a 90% chance that this is a cancer.
When they call it a tumor or mass, it's not too scary, but when they start calling it cancer, it gets very frightening.
And we talked about what to do about it. And really the goal was to get the tumor out of his body.
And at this point, he showed me a film about the Vinci, a robot that stands 12 feet tall and got 4 arms.
He had seen another urologist who had recommended to have the entire kidney removed. And although Dennis's tumor was pretty large, I was fairly certain that not only could we remove the tumor and cure his cancer, I thought we could really save his kidney in the process. Sure enough, the pathology showed it was kidney cancer, but everything was cured.
I think it was 1 week to 8 days. I was in a car driving, and I had been out of the hospital for only 3 or 4 days. And I've had other small surgeries that took longer to recover than the cancer surgery from the first time with a large tumor.
About 2 to 5% of people with a kidney cancer get another one in the other kidney.
I went in, and pretty much cancer-free for 4.5 years. And I went into the office, and they run their MRIs and stuff. But this time, they wasn't supposed to do an MRI. It was just a mistake, and they did one, and they found this cancer.
This is why it's so important to save the kidney when you do kidney cancer surgery. If we wouldn't have saved the first kidney, or if Dennis would have gone to the other urologist who recommended he have his kidney removed, then he'd really be in trouble. He'd have 1 kidney with another tumor. He very well could end up on dialysis.
This one was a little different. It was a small tumor, so you think, well, that's better, but not always, because this tumor was hidden, and to get to it was so difficult. A very difficult surgery, not knowing, and already being 1/4 of a kidney down on the right side, really scared to death. Knowing that the Da Vinci saved my life once, and that Dr. Bhayani was the best I've ever seen, I knew that I was going to use this process again.
And we were able to really get into the middle of his kidney, see all the margins perfectly, really extract this tumor right out of the middle, sew the whole thing up, and 2 hours later, he was cured on the second side.
I was released 24 hours after that, and they wanted me to come home and take it easy, but instead I went to my farm.
How has Dennis benefited? Well, he spent a total of 2 days in the hospital for 2 separate operations. He's had 2 of his cancers cured. He's not on dialysis. He has both of his kidneys in place. I mean, he is a success story for all the technology which is being produced at Intuitive Surgical.
They saved my life, and they saved me from having to be on dialysis. I don't have to go in, and that's something that, for me to go in 3 or 4 days a week and to take dialysis and to go through all of that, I'm not the kind of guy that does that. I'm the kind of guy that, that loves to be outdoors and loves to enjoy life. When you get somebody in your corner, and I refer to it like that because I've been in the corner, I've had special people in my corner in my life, but in my corner in this fights was the Da Vinci and Dr. Bhayani, and they were the best corner men I ever had in my life.